What's happening, everybody? We're on our way over to Roy's house. He called me up. He got that 71 Challenger off the car trailer. And I guess he bolted up the 72 to 74. Front grille and nose piece that bolt on it. Because the fenders he has on it are the 72 through 74. So he can't put a 71 grill in there without modifying it, because 71 fenders are different. 70 and 71 fenders are the same, and 72 to the 74 are different. So he ended up putting the 72 through 4 front end back on it, the grill, the header, or core support, I guess you would say, back on it. And he wants me to come out and take a peek at it, and I'm going to go through a little bit of that wiring just to see what they have labeled now it's off the trailer, see what he's got going on, how difficult it's going to be to see if we can get this thing to fire up. We're probably not going to fire it today. I don't have a lot of time. I got stuff going on, but I told him I'd stop out and take a peek, and we're going to jack it up and see what transmission, see if it's got a trans brake in it, and help them get a measurement for a drive shaft. But anyways, that's what we're doing. We're heading that way. We'll catch you when we get out to Roy's. Alrighty. Tell you what, we got some pretty big thunderstorms and lightning storm last night, and it dropped a lot of water, a lot of rain. Our ditches out in front of our house were almost right to the top, almost going across the driveway, actually. Seems like it receded a little bit. It's 45 degrees out right now, and still overcast. Sun was popped out a little bit earlier, but looks like it's going away again. And we're supposed to be getting another round of rain. April showers bring May flowers, I guess, but we were supposed to be putting the awning on my camper this weekend, but hard to do when you got that kind of wind and weather. So that's gonna have to wait. So all right, just wanted to give you a weather update. Another thing I wanted to let you guys know too, April 1st, this weekend of April 1st, our local tracks opened up, but obviously the weather wasn't cooperating for the guys to get out there and get their first runs of the season. Ubley and Lapeer opening weekend was this weekend, but I still think the track would be kind of cold for any good traction. But for people that have the itch, that's been waiting all winter to get their hot rods out and get to the track, if the weather was nicer, I'm sure there would have been people there doing it. We got Ty coming over tomorrow. We're gonna get into the Monty a little bit. We're going to change the spark plugs, change oil, and determine what we're going to do on that. There'll be a video coming out on that of us doing some work on his car tomorrow. If the heads are not cut out for the 155 springs, he's going to order a set of the smaller diameter springs, solid roller springs, and we're just going to change them out. He's going to run it, if that's the case, he said he's just going to run it the way it is for another season, since he waited too long to get the car over to me. And, we can squeeze a couple more tenths out of it, I'm sure, for the summer. And then come the off season again, we'll tear it apart and do what we want to do to it. But we're almost to Roy's house. I'll bring it back when we get there. All right, we're over here at Roy's with the old 71 snot rod. Remember on Cars, Roy, that on Cars, the movie, yep, that Challenger with the blower every time you'd sneeze? Boom! That's what this reminds me of, with the big old steamroller tires on the back. Remember some big dog tires. But yeah, we're out here. He wanted to show me that he got the front end put all back on. Like I said, it's a 72 to 74. I mean, this is what he has. So to make it look more complete, it's all fiberglass bumper, In order to put the 71 grill in it, he would have to change the fenders out because the mounting points are different for the grill. The grill actually is recessed in and bolts different versus the 72 to 74, correct?
Yeah, headlight buckets.
Headlight buckets is the biggest thing?
Yeah, they're inside the fender, not in this fiberglass grill.
Oh, I gotcha. So yeah, he got that all on it. Looks a lot different sitting on the ground versus on the trailer. But we were just going over the wiring and stuff. We got figured out he's got a coil wire here that's hidden in the loom somewhere. We have to get it out. Obviously the MSD wire that goes to the distributor, that's already plumbed in here. But we had to write down a part number. This is actually not an MSD box. I mean, it's a Mopar Performance box. But instead of just the simple 2 wires, like what would plug in to the distributor harness there, then you'd actually have your coil wire coming out of there that would plug into the coil. It's got all this. So we wrote down the part number. I'm going to go home and get some schematics and see how to wire that. And then we got to get up underneath the dash here and find out if they got a hot port, the relays, wherever. I mean, they got to have a 12-volt hot source somewhere that all these other wires are coming off, which I'll take you over the other side and show you. He did label them, the old owner, so that was kind of cool. But Ray actually got his fiberglass deck lid sat on there too. You said you had a rear bumper for it too?
He's supposed to drop it off.
So he does have, so it's got all fiberglass trunk lid, fiberglass rear bumper, fiberglass front bumper. Oh, there's the hood right there. Fiberglass. This was not an RT hood. This was just a standard Challenger hood that they cut out the Pro Stock scoop, which he didn't get with it, which sucks. I think it would kind of look cool. But knowing Roy, he's probably going to find an RT hood for it. But he said he already is going to change the fenders out to a 71. But he wants us to, we're going to end up lowering the back a little bit, raising the front up. It does have coilovers all the way around, so that's kind of cool. So that'll be easy. Give you guys one more shot of the front here. Been sitting a while. The guy that used to own it has medical issues and had to get rid of it, which sucks. But I never did tell you guys in the last video either. Look how far the engine slid back versus center line of the hub. So I told Roy, you're gonna have to lower the back down a little bit, or it's gonna be a replay of what the Blazer used to do. She's gonna be a bumper stander. That climbs the ring gear. But we got looking, I don't know how well we can actually see in here, but well, I guess we can see pretty good. But I got looking, and the guy's actually got this stuff labeled. You got your tack, lead. What's that say? Is that what that one? That ain't what that one says. I don't know, I can't read that one. Ground, hot. Then here's the neutral, or your start, safety start. And then your starter, I take it that would be your starter wire that goes down to the starters when you're pushing the button up on the switch panel. But this actually, the dash still actually bolts up in stock location. I'm up here on the dash. You can see the mounting points here. So Roy's gonna get that mounted up. But I told him, as long as we get the main system, we'll get the ignition figured out, make sure we get all that wired into where it would actually fire. Trace the wires back to the fuel cell, to the fuel pump, make sure that we got 12 volt back here. God, this thing just looks beastly from the back. Whole lot of tire. But make sure when we hit the fuel switch up on the rocker panel, or the rocker switch up there that says fuel, that we're getting 12 volt back here. So basically, just going through and checking the systems out. But the main thing is actually getting the ignition wired in. Roy said if he has to, if it's going to be a pain in the ass on this Mopar performance box, he'll just go ahead and get a digital, or not a digital, but an MSD 6AL, because this box doesn't have the chips for the rev limiters, nothing. The way this man drives, I suggest he put a rev limiter on it. What do you think, Roy?
That might be a good idea.
How many push rods you bent in the old Plum Crazy?
A couple of them. 4 of them.
But I'm going to check out on Amazon or the Jungle website and see if we can find the tool to take the valve springs off. And I'm going to put them where are the inner springs?
Right there in this box.
It was this one right here. Ain't nothing in that one.
Oh, right there.
Oh. Yeah, this is what they left out. It's not the dampener. The dampener is in there, like I said in the last video. So we need to get these put back in. The guy that built the engine, obviously he was afraid of breaking the cam in with that much, but it looks like, to me, I would put them back in, and just like I said in the previous videos, just set the valve lash a little looser and break it in at 2,000, 2,500 RPM for 15, 20 minutes and send it. So anything can happen on a cam break-in, but I've never left springs out of a valve train to do it. But anyways, I'm gonna look at a couple more things on the car for Roy. He's actually he was over here rebuilding on the old Roadrunner, another Mopar camper in a Mopar garage. Go figure, right? No, it ain't it is a Roadrunner, but it's not a Mopar camper. But whack whack. Yeah, the awning foot rotted off to where the awning arm bolts up. The lower part rotted out, so he's rebuilding it, getting rid of all the rotten wood and getting all that all taken care of. This is what he does for a living. What's he got on the back of here? Oh, look at it. Yogi. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let him get back to work. I'm going to check a couple more things out on the car, and then we're going to make a game plan. I'm going to get some wiring schematics, and we're going to start tackling the wire and make sure we got power to the fuel system, the ignition, and then get the valve springs changed out, and then we're going to fire this damn thing. He needs to get a drive shaft. As you can see, the garage is kind of full right now. So I told him we didn't have to worry about jacking it up, and we'd have to push the car back, and he's got all of his tools out working on this camper. So we'll do that a different time. But in the meantime, I can still look at a couple things and get a game plan, and we'll start getting this thing ready for Roy to make some passes. It's been a while. But I'll bring you guys back for the outro after I get ready to leave here. And alrighty, guys, we're on the way back to the house. Got a game plan what's going on. I'm going to get on eBay or Amazon and see if I can find a spring compressor tool that'll let us change them valve springs with the heads on the car, and do the wire. I got to look up the part number on his Mopar performance box and get a wiring schematic or a wiring diagram on that. And then after he gets that camper done, we're gonna move a bunch of stuff out of the one corner in the back, get the car over there, get it lifted up on 4 jack stands, and be able to climb up underneath it and check everything out, and start tracing all the wiring down and getting the systems going, like I said earlier, the ignition system and the fuel system, and then get them valve springs changed out, pre-oil the engine, and see if we can get it fired up for him. But until he gets that camper out of the way, there's not much we're going to be able to do. What an idiot. The car's coming right at us and he just flew right by me, and I'm doing 3 mile an hour over the speed limit. show me where the cops are at. But anyways, that's what's going to happen. But figured I'd give you guys another update on the old 71 Challenger drag car project that we got going on with Roy. So we'll get all that stuff taken care of, get back out there and start going through stuff and get it fired up for them. But until then, guys, this is going to be a short video. As usual, I really appreciate everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. All right, bye-bye.